Hi. Kotayere I horata kiaro kata. Nshero ora katate derurita. Runa te so I toro otatata. The equinox is coming up very soon. Koye uhoria I hore teki kiyotishikirinko kade. The changing of the seasons. Kuria tu wrapping up some projects you've been working on. Duretate, maybe not completely. Maybe you're just putting them off till next year or next cycle. But I just get the sense of wrapping up some interests and projects. Reminds me of how sometimes I'll take a break from something, music or learning a language or something like that, and I'll take quite a long break from practicing a specific instrument or learning a language, and when I come back, it's like I advanced another level during my downtime. That integration time is needed, and we often don't account for it ahead of time. Like we figure it out later, but we don't account for it. So maybe this is an opportunity to account for it and to honor it and to recognize that you're not giving up on a project that you're currently working on. You're just taking a break for integration. It could be about speaking light language. It could be about working on clearing some of your past lives. Doing your inner work for all sorts of things. Learning to ground. Whatever it is that's been on your mind for a project or an intention you've had for a while, and you've been working on it diligently for a number of months, etc., you might consider purposefully taking a little break to allow integration time. I've noticed when I don't account for integration time, I often end up having to take integration time anyway. Like I get sick or something falls through or I just get busy with other things and I end up taking that time. So feels like you're advanced. We are all advanced enough on our journeys now that we can recognize and plan for, in some ways, those breaks. It doesn't mean it's not a priority. It just means you're listening. You're allowing time and space for other things to come online. I've noticed, at least for me, this methodology works really well, has worked well for years, and I'm learning more. I'm learning not to be so hard on myself when, I've been doing really well with doing X, Y, and Z every day, but man, I haven't touched that thing in a month or 2 months. But then when I come back to it, wow, it's like I know it at a deeper level, a different level. I have a different relationship with whatever the project is. My guides are always talking about things being in a spiral, like my life, living my life in a spiral, and as I live in that spiral, we encounter the same things over and over and over as we hit those points on the spiral. The same as like when you when you come back around the next year after you have a big event happen, and maybe it comes back up again, to think about it. That time of year, that's partially on the spiral, right? You process it in a new way. Think about something from 10 years ago or 20 years ago, a big life event. It may or may not show back up in your life around the same time, but it probably will show back up in your life to think about at some point, because we're spiraling. Shita, shita, shita. Jukotate, running into those patterns over and over, but maybe in a new way. So I hope this helps. The light language I've been giving you, ishikut udikitatu zakate, is talking about that idea of giving space to and opening up to the idea of taking a break from certain things, that everything kind of has its own season. And not being hard and judging yourself that you are taking a break. Breaks are good. Like taking a 2-minute meditation break at work. Massively helpful. Or going out to take a walk during your lunch break, coming back feeling refreshed. Those breaks are super, super important. And the same for other aspects of our life. Kiyochukanate. But the light language, in addition to helping explain some of these things, is also helping you integrate. Kia takuta, integrate these ideas, integrate the, reduce the resistance to taking a break, reduce the resistance to the integration. Because if you're still frustrated that you haven't meditated for a week, that's almost resisting the integration of it. So allowing and accepting that it's a downtime for meditation, that it's a downtime for practicing visualizations with your third eye, that it's downtime for whatever it is. When you relax, kushi, kite, the integration can happen more easily. Our brains are interesting. Our energy systems are interesting. And they all need their time and space for integration between your emotional, mental, physical, spiritual bodies. Similar. In our mental, titara. I just keep hearing allow space and celebrate that space. I feel really good about the space. I feel happy that you haven't done something in a long time. Like, when do we ever do that? When do we ever say, oh, last year I really thought I'd be exercising every day, and I did well for 3 months, and then I got out of the habit. And I'm so mad at myself, and I just so frustrated and feeling bad about it. How about you celebrate the downtime? How does it feel? Do you feel that shift if you say, oh, I'm going to celebrate that I needed a break in doing that? How does that feel? Feels good to me. Feels really good. And then you can set a new intention. Celebrate where you are, no matter what it is. Celebrate it. So celebrate the downtime. And then set a new intention. That's reasonable. And that is really focused on what you want. You may find that you've opened yourself up even more in a new way. I hope this resonated and gave you an idea of how to think about long-term learning, long-term integration, long-term being in a new way. So much love to you.